What if the questions someone asks you are not curiosity, not care, not interest? What if they are something much darker? Someone close to you, someone you trusted, someone you thought was genuinely in your corner, and they kept asking you certain questions, questions that felt normal on the surface, but left you feeling strange inside, drained, exposed, uncomfortable. You couldn't explain why. Now you will. Because these 3 questions reveal one hidden truth. This person never truly liked you at all. Friedrich Nietzsche studied human behavior at its deepest level. He did not look at what people said. He looked at why they said it. And he discovered something uncomfortable. Most people do not ask questions to understand you. They ask questions to measure you, to find your weaknesses, to track your failures, to confirm their own superiority. And they do this, not as strangers, but as people who are supposed to care about you. In this video, you will learn the 3 specific questions that expose a person who never truly liked you. Stay until the end, because the 3rd question is the one that will shock you most. Point on the first question. So, are you still doing that thing? This question sounds casual, almost innocent, like they just remembered something about your life. But listen to what they are really asking. They are checking, are you still failing? Are you still stuck on that same dream? Still struggling with that same project? This question is never asked when you are winning. It appears always when they think you might have given up. They don't want updates. They want confirmation that you didn't make it. Think about it. When did they last ask about your progress when things were going well? They didn't. Nietzsche said, the weak measure others to avoid measuring themselves. That question was never about you. It was about their insecurity. Point 2, the second question. Who helped you with that? You achieved something real, something you worked hard for. And instead of saying, well done, they asked, who helped you? Did someone give you that opportunity? Did you do it yourself, or did you have support? This question steals your credit before you can even feel proud. And that is exactly the point. When you succeed, their ego feels attacked, because your success without help means you are genuinely capable. And that is too uncomfortable for them to accept. So they search for an explanation that makes your win smaller. Nietzsche called this the psychology of resentment. When people cannot celebrate your strength, so they attack its source. Your success was yours. Never let anyone reduce it. Point 3, the 3rd question. And this is the one that will shock you. Are you sure that's a good idea? Every single time. Every time you share something exciting, a new plan, a new dream, a new direction, they ask this question with a concerned face, with a doubtful tone. Are you sure that's the right move? Have you really thought this through? I just don't want to see you get hurt. It sounds like protection. It feels like care, but it is neither. People who never truly liked you are deeply uncomfortable with your growth, because every step you take forward reminds them of every step they never took. So they plant doubt, early, disguised as wisdom. Nietzsche warned us, those who have abandoned their own dreams will always question yours. Never ask permission to grow from people who stopped growing years ago. Point 4, now here is what most people miss. These 3 questions are not random. They follow a pattern. Question 1 checks if you failed. Question 2 steals your credit when you succeeded. Question 3 stops you before you even try. Together, they form a complete system of quiet sabotage. Failure, they celebrate silently. Success, they minimize loudly. Dreams, they kill early. These people use questions instead of attacks, because questions sound innocent. Questions give them distance from the damage they cause, but the damage is real. Nietzsche said, the most dangerous weapon is the one that does not look like a weapon. Questions can be weapons. These 3 always are. Point 5, here is your most important clue. Not the questions themselves, but how you feel after answering them. Do you feel seen, supported, encouraged? Or do you feel smaller, doubted, exposed, slightly embarrassed about your own life? Like you have to defend your choices to someone who is supposed to be on your side. That feeling is not overthinking. That feeling is your instinct, reading the truth that your mind is trying to ignore. Real support leaves you feeling lighter. Quiet sabotage leaves you feeling heavy. Nietzsche believed deeply in this. Your body knows the truth before your mind accepts it. Trust what you feel after you walk away. That feeling never lies. Here is the real reason these people ask these questions. And it is not what you think. It is not hate. It is not even jealousy. Not exactly. The real reason is this. They looked at their own life, and they chose smallness. They chose safety. They chose comfort. They chose to stop, and then you came along, choosing differently. And every question they ask you is really a question they are asking themselves. Why didn't I try? Why did I stop? Why is my life so still? Nietzsche said, "We judge others most harshly for the sins we recognize in ourselves." Their questions are their confessions. So how do you protect your energy and your dreams? Here are your 5 rules. Rule 1. Share your dreams only with proven people. Not everyone who smiles at you deserves to know what you are building. Guard your vision like it is sacred, because it is. Rule 2. Notice how you feel and not just what was said. After every conversation, and check in with yourself. Do you feel lighter or heavier? That answer tells you everything about that person's true intention. Rule 3. Never justify your choices to doubters. You do not owe anyone an explanation for your growth. Your path is yours. Rule 4. Answer questions with confidence, not defense. When someone asks, "Are you sure?" your answer is simply yes. No explanation. No anxiety. Confidence is the shield doubt cannot penetrate. Rule 5. Distance is not cruelty. It is wisdom. You do not have to fight these people. Simply stop giving them access to the parts of your life that matter most. Quietly, permanently, without guilt. You were never the problem. You were simply too open, with people who were too closed. Too honest, with people who were too guarded. Too full of dreams, for people who had already given up on theirs. That ends today. You now know the questions. You now know the pattern. You now know what that heavy feeling after certain conversations was always trying to tell you. Nietzsche said, to find yourself, you must first lose the opinions of those who never truly saw you. You are not losing people. You are finding yourself. And that is everything. If this video resonated with you, if you heard one of these questions in your head while watching, share this with someone who needs to hear this truth today. And if you want more psychology and philosophy that protects you and powers you, subscribe. A new truth drops every single week. You deserve people who ask better questions.